Let's begin. So, welcome back to Talkinsen. It's Ogechi here. Welcome. So, for this video, we're going to look at the different ways we can end our year positively, and I'll be giving practical steps and things that I also do, and possibly other people could do to help to end their year positively. Okay, so considering the year that we have had so far, which is, I don't know, guys, in a nutshell, I'll call it unexpected. I think sometimes it's really important that we take time to define our year. And for this year, I'll say the year of unexpected, the year of unplanned visits, and equally a year that is done according to God's will. So, really, the reason why I say that is because no one could have predicted the things that would have happened this year. And even though there are many people that said, oh, there are people that kind of knew whether officials or not, the truth is that they didn't know the extent this whole COVID and the pandemic would have gotten to. And this is why things are actually beyond human reasoning, and why we all need to recognize that we cannot control things in this world. As the world kind of has a way that has been ordered and designed for to happen. So one thing COVID has definitely or should teach people is not to rely on their own strength. And somewhere in the Bible, it does say that who knows tomorrow? It's only God. Do not boast about tomorrow because you do not know what is going to happen. This year, 2020, many people made plans of what they needed to do. And really, literally everyone had goals and plans. If you look at 2020, the beginning of 2020, people were making goals, aspirations, and plans of what to do this year. And whilst those things are good to do, I think what we realized that we actually can only be the people that set goals and set plan and leave the rest to God to do. Because at the end of the day, we do not know what tomorrow holds. As they say, tomorrow is pregnant with many, but we don't know what it is. So that's pretty much what 2020 has come to. So, in reflecting on the year, then it's really important that we take time to reflect on the things that we can be thankful for, because many people, despite everything that has happened, still found a way to cope through things. Many charity organizations that would not have come up have came up this year because of the response to pandemic. And I think one thing that is really positive about this whole thing is that we as human beings, we can see our strength and how we respond to issues that affects us. So yeah, people responded to the pandemic in their own different ways. Many charity organizations started looking after those that are especially lonely. I've been watching some of those documentaries. And one of the things that I think people tend to forget is that loneliness has different levels. There are loneliness that are just because you have no one else to speak to. But however, there is a level of loneliness that even though you have many to speak to, those the many are not actually present. I don't know how to put it. For example, during the late stages of the first wave or the first period of lockdown, that people had to go indoors and stay isolated. There were some interviews that were going on, and also on even social media platform like YouTube, many people were coming up and saying that now that they know who their true friends are, who their true families are. And I think one of the things it was representing or what it was revealing to people is that you may think you have many, but are they actually present for you? And I think that's one of the key things that we can take away from this is to know those who were not to know who those who were present, because even those that were not present, we do not know what they're going through. So I would not say just because someone did not talk to you during this period, then they're not your friends. But perhaps it's because you yourself have not taken a check on who really are your friends this year or who really are your family this year. sorry, since before this year just brought it to the forefront of your mind. Not necessarily that there's issue with those people. It's just that you yourself have not sat down to reflect upon the relationships that you have with others. So, but still, there has been new friendship formed, especially through online platforms. Okay, people have formed groups. It has given people some escape routes to out of real life situations where they may have found it awkward or scared to interact with others. They have actually come out now to kind of make friends, do things that they would not have done in their own, um, I guess, in the normal sense when it was face to face interaction. So I say all these things is that one of the ways to actually end the year positively is to first of all reflect on the things that has happened this year. I've done some reflective videos um, in my channel, self-reflective videos, one on the whole issue of police brutality, oppression, and all those things, just to put things in context, and also to um, help in terms of emotional regulation and intellectual regulations in those areas, and then also do the self-reflection, especially on other things that has happened in my life this year. So it's important that we do that self-reflection, because if we do not take our time to actually reflect on the things that has happened this year, our mind will still continue with those things next year, because had it it has not been given the time to heal, okay, or mentally process things that has happened to it, because our mind is like a sponge, so it takes in until it becomes full of liquid. You know, when the sponge, let's say for example, what you use for dishwasher, when it becomes too full, it start dripping. So unless you squeeze out the liquid, it just drips and makes mess everywhere. And I think that's what similar thing into the mind. So we need to look after our mind and also look after our spiritual parts, because quite honestly, another thing that this year has shown is whether you're actually a churchgoer or actually a believer of God. Now I tell you the reason why I say so. Many people during this pandemic has taken the refuge of not going to church, um, through this pandemic, and not having a reason to go to church. So the spiritual rain check that we have to take is actually to know how we serve God. Where do we put God in our life? Is God first or last in our lives? Okay, there is a song that says, "How do you treat God? Is it a God, that's God, or a Dog?" Okay, or that's, you know what that a Dog means. So how do you treat God? Because when you reflect on this year, you actually will discover how you have looked at church in the beginning. Because there are plenty of people that I saw that always attended church, and I thought, okay, these people were fervent and just good church goers, and but then during the pandemic, you didn't see them when the church reopened. Now, this is not because they are ill, because there are some few that I know that were ill, but just because they had never been bothered. Many people have prioritized other things, be it work, be it education, be in, like, what's it called, just chilling or whatever, over their relationship with God through the means of attending church or masses or services, as you may put it. And quite honestly, I'm not going to lie, I took the benefit of staying at home where I can. But I think with time, I come to realize that not having people to support you with your faith affects you as a person. Okay. It really does affect you as a person and affects your level of faith. So having that interaction with others really helps, and it builds you spiritually with others. So these are some of the things that we really needed to reflect upon. And then another thing that you can actually reflect on is the things that you're thankful for. What are the things that you're thankful for this year? There are many things that we can be thankful for this year. Just the fact that I'm still living is it, like, listen, there are people that have died out of this COVID and other illnesses of this world. Listen, this year I've experienced my own physical health issues, but I am still living. So what is it then that I cannot be grateful for? I'm grateful that I'm still breathing. I'm still even able to talk to you guys. Quite honestly, there was a time talking about living. Like there was a time in my life that I just felt like, what is going on? I could not mentally continue on, but I had to find strength. Really have to, because digging deep, I did that self-reflection. I had to dig deep. I had to pray for myself. I had to dig deep. I had to pray for myself so much to start off the like regaining myself. And there is something about prayer. I don't know how it works. Quite honestly, one thing I discovered with prayer is almost like your investment. Sometimes you don't know how it's going to turn out for you, but the very fact that you keep putting, keep putting, keep putting, keep putting, before you know it, you may make a big cash out of it all. Okay. For me, I had to literally fight for my own self, my own spiritual self, my own mental self this year, to keep going inside. I don't know how to put it, but that's the best way I could actually think of it. And also seek for help from others. Quite honestly, I just want to thank my friends that has taken years to listen to my issues. I'm so sorry if I was all over the place this year, but quite honestly, just the very fact I had people that I can speak to is a plus. And secondly, my what's it called? My family. What have they not taken out from Ogechi this year? God, listen, my family, hi, I'll say my sister. I don't know what I've put in her head. One thing I had to actually give myself a rent check back in is like, how much can she take? Listen, every little thing, straight to her room. I have to discuss. And like she, honestly, what does she know? Every issue that I've experienced this year, she honestly, she has been the sponge that has been helping me go through it. And one of the things about speaking to others is not necessarily that you need them to heal you. What I was looking is to be able to express myself. And one of the key ways healing comes is about being able to talk through things. And to me, if you shut me up from talking through things, me and you will become my arch enemy straight away. Because in speaking about things, my mind is mentally regulating what is going on and it's actually putting things in place. And once I have spoken, it's out. And then perhaps it takes longer for me to start then re-engaging within myself and then start speaking out. So what am I saying is look for what are the support system around you. Appreciate them more. Okay. Appreciate them. I literally during the first pandemic, I called everyone that I knew. Sorry if my thing is going a little bit. Hi, Gibson. Obi Gibson. Sorry. Hello. Thank you for commenting and thank you for joining me. Okay. So I literally called everyone that I knew just to say, hello, we are in pandemic. Are you okay? I called my church members. Even they checked on me. That really touched me as well. Even after months, I was like, wow. So some people do care for Ogechi. And I think that's one of the things that are really hard to take like gladness in. So in reflecting on our own story, I actually want you to do the same thing for yourself. Who who are the support system or what is the support system around you? Tap into that. That would be really helpful. Now, towards the ending part of this, I actually want to add to what I've said is to look at practical ways you can actually reflect on your journey, make plans, and do the things that I have spoken about. So, the very first thing I got this year without knowing what this year was going to become for us, is I got myself this um, gratitude journal. If you can see it properly, please do let me know. So this is a gratitude journal. So within this gratitude journal, it allows you to write out things that you are grateful for. And it has different quotes. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. And talking about thank you. So for example, here, I don't know if you can see. Okay, this part it has where you can write the things that you want to write. It says three, just three. It didn't ask for many, and I think that's one of the things I liked about it. It says three things I am grateful for today, and then you list the three things. But for me, I didn't write three things today because, quite honestly, this year it was kind of hard to find three things I was grateful for every day. So I decided to do it on a monthly basis. And then over here, it has a little quote. Mhm. So over there, it has little quotes that people can read. And there it says, "Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say. I say that one a lot. Thank you expresses extreme gratitude, humility, and understanding." And this is by someone called Alice Walker. So thank you. Just actually, yeah. Be, what are you thankful for? The first thing I want you to look at when you're ending your year and reflecting on this year or journaling, maybe with a book like this or with a normal notebook. Quite honestly, it's just to say, what are you thankful for? Okay, make a list of these things that you're grateful for, and perhaps you realize there's so much you have done this year that would have um, that would bring joy to you and happiness. And then another thing that I did this year, which quite honestly unexpected, but I was so proud of myself, is that I raised money for a charity that I have been admiring their work this year. I raised £400 for this charity. I'm trying to find the picture of the charity, and the charity name is called Mercy Ships. Mercy Ships is a charity that goes into Africa and other developing or struggling world countries to heal by giving medical assistance, performing surgery where many people would not perform surgery, okay, using a ship that was changed into a hospital ship, okay. I raised money for them and £400. I was so proud of myself. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it. Oh shoot, I don't. Oh no, can you? No, I don't think you can. But anyways, I raised 400. I just actually over £401. Okay, so charity fundraising. Find people that you can support this year. There are other people I could mention. There is CAP, which is Christians Against Poverty thing. So what they do is teach you financial ways to manage your money and also help you get out of debt, and then move you into um, sustainable form of living, and you also get some sort of friendship from there. And then if you want, or if you wish to convert, you can convert to Christianity. So the purpose is to support you first. That's their key purpose, because they are Christians. So they are the Christians who are fighting against poverty in England. This is actually in England, okay. And then, or perhaps in other parts of the world, but I know for sure they do it. They're based in England and they do in England. And then they move on to perhaps obviously telling you about the faith. And then if you wish to join, it becomes your choice, okay. And then another thing I would like to say is make your strength obvious. Okay, make your strength obvious. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes we are quick to tell people of our weaknesses without actually recognizing our strength as individuals. Okay, make your strength obvious. Start putting your strength forward and stop looking at the negative aspect of yourself. Make your strength obvious through your actions, through your words. Refuse to speak out anything negative. When I mean negative, I mean things that are self-condemning to about you to others. Because quite honestly, I love Jessica Simpson so much. And one of the reasons why I bought one of her coats that she, though it was expensive, was the quote that was on that coat when I got it. It says, "The world knows you by the story you tell." What story are you telling? This is this year, like this story, this pandemic has told several stories to us in different ways and individually, in our own lives, okay. So what story are you telling? Make your strength obvious, make the good things about you obvious than the negative things about you, because quite honestly, if you don't tell people of your strength, no one knows. Haven't you noticed that the weaknesses in you is what people first of all finds? Haven't you noticed that? Okay, the weakness in you are things that what people find in the first place. So make your strength obvious. Another thing I would say, another lesson that I learned is to take forward lessons that you learned this year, okay, and learn to speak out for yourself and raise awareness to issues that matters to you, okay, in public, okay, not just in private, in public. Raise awareness of issues that matters to you, and also try and build better relationship with others. Yes, totally. Make yourself obvious. Make yourself obvious to others. Don't hide yourself, because loneliness is what kills many people. Thank you, Ogo Obe. Okay, make yourself obvious. Loneliness is one of the key things that we have discovered kills people this year, because most of them have hidden from the world until the world has to hide from them, and then they don't. So make yourself obvious, make your strength obvious. Strength and self, whatever you want to call it. Become spiritually aware, financially plan your life. Get yourself a notebook, okay? Like, do you know this year I made so much plans? I'll tell you some of the goals and aspirations that I had this year. Okay, just maybe one or two. One actually was to uh, complete a youth course, as I work with youth work, but and improve on my knowledge about my work. Um, So that was one of those. Although it didn't come to pass this year to be pressed, like, well, actually, I did do some of those. So whether it came to pass or not is not the issue. The key is you made it, and your mind knows that this is the thing that you wish to achieve. And sometimes it needs to review it. And then another one is just, yeah, it's just, I think most of my plans was actually educating myself a bit more about my future, a bit more about the work that I do. Um, yeah, yeah, birthday party. I actually did a birthday party that I didn't plan to celebrate, but because my friends made me celebrate it, I had to celebrate my birthday party. So make yourself obvious to others. Um, and one of the ways I actually did so was celebrating a birthday party. It's interesting. I actually did have to celebrate a birthday party, which is where I raised that money for the where I raised money for Mercy Ship. I celebrated it because my friends made me celebrate it, quite honestly. And thanks to all my friends that came out to support and also supported in fundraising for that charity. Listen, there are sometimes this is when you see where friends are of benefit, and the friends that actually would stand by you and for you. So that's one of the key things, or who will support you through things. Some of the key things that I learned. And then learn to make daily plans for yourself. Daily plans, daily task goals, plans. I will do this one later, but I'm just giving you quite some examples. But I'm just saying, like, honestly, this is like my plan. Honestly, every day I make a plan. It's so funny. Daily activities. Clean the bathroom, tidy bedroom, tidy living room, mop kitchen. Okay. Build, what's it called? Buy plant food, water your plants. Okay. And then appointments that I have with other people, then cook meals. You may think this is funny, but honestly, if I don't write these things down, sometimes I don't follow them. I give myself excuses for not wanting to do them. So some of them are just natural tasks that you do. But by writing your daily plans and activities down, it actually helps you to prepare for better. For example, when I say edit videos or do YouTube video, I had to write this live stream down. I no lie. Okay, I'm not lying, because if I didn't write it down or actually put it to the public to say I'm doing this, honestly, I would have found several reasons why I'm not going to do it, because I was so tired. I literally woke up before doing this video. So I will find a reason. And then another thing I would say to end one of your year positively, and this is one of the key things I can give you, actually, before that one, is a diary, 2021 diary. This is my diary. So make yourself a diary. Make yourself a diary. A diary, a diary, a diary, a diary, a diary. Get yourself a diary, make plans, okay? Even if you are not working, get yourself a home-based diary, a home diary, okay? Why is it 2021 planner? Get yourself a diary, write everything that you have to do down. Write everything. If you don't write it, your mind will forget. And if you doesn't even forget, you'll remember tomorrow. And then yesterday was gone or is gone. So write everything down and make plans. Make your day as if it's work. I don't know how to put it. In terms of put things, agendas in place so that your day will be more structured. One of the reasons why I say this is because think of this year, many people made goals and plans. If people that did not make any goals and plans and this pandemic happened, quite honestly, there are the less people that will achieve anything. And it's actually been shown by researchers, when you do not make plans or goals for yourself or for your life, you don't get anything done. You may get 2 to 3 things out of your head that you have made plan on your head or in your head done. But for those that have written it down, they were more likely to get 5, 10 of whatever they have written done this year. So that's one of the things about this year. It's like, okay, I made so much goals. I think I had about 7 things I wanted to achieve this year. Most of them didn't happen, actually. Most of them did happen. Maybe 3 key ones did not happen. But to me, that's for me to review then and know that, okay, these ones didn't happen. Am I going to take it forward next year? Or how can I take it forward next year? And, just ask yourself those things and review your plans. And then the last thing I would give advice, as well as this part of making your strength obvious, this is the way this is the way or the key advice I'll give to anyone, whether you're my friend or you are not, or a stranger or not. And I give this advice to the young people that I work with. The reason why I say so is because, as before I actually tell you what I'm talking about, many people that I know, let me give example for the young people that I work with, yeah, right? So many of them, when you ask them what have you achieved or done this year, many of them cannot even remember or fathom what they have done. So when you then start assessing their goals, plans, and needs, you come to realize they have done so many things. Even if it's one, maybe they did not complete it. So they become ashamed about it and then they don't write it out or speak it out. Some of them have done things that they would not have taken as an achievement or something. I'm like, the key is starting. It's if you started one thing, even if you didn't complete it, maybe it's then to look at why did you complete it. Forget about the things that you've lost. The ones that are before is what matters. So one of the key things then I'll give advice before I round off is to one of the key things I'll give advice I'll give is to make yourself an achievement book. Can you see it? I have my achievement book. I actually did this, but I'm proud of myself. I'm not even that creative, but damn it, though. Doesn't that look good? Bless you, my dear. I cover you. Achievement book. Why do I say this achievement book is the key thing I'll give you? Because 2020 has taught us that if you do not put things down, your mind will forget and you will dwell in loneliness, you will dwell in self-pity, you will dwell in misery, you will dwell in thinking that you haven't done anything in your life. As I mentioned with the young people I spoke about. In this book, I write things that I have done over the year that I have felt proud of to achieve. There are things that, honestly, if you ask me to do it, I would not have done it. One is this fundraising. I mean, Ogechi does give, like I have charity that I already give money to. Actually, there is the National Deaf and Blind Children Charity. Please do support them. I love that charity. I did support them this year or since beginning of last year. And then I did this fundraising for Mercy Ship. And can I tell you, this fundraising, was just an impromptu. I just saw the video, I saw the picture. I've been thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it. And then when my friends were pulling me, oh, you do something for your birthday, you do something for your birthday. I wish I can show you the video for my birthday. It was late, man. Okay, you do something for your birthday, you do something for your birthday. I'm like, listen, me myself, I need help. Not these people. I need, I need help. But one of the key things was one of the reasons why I'm speaking so positively about this is because I had to let go of everything issues I'm facing and face others because their issues were worse. I mean, maybe they were not worse than me, but like their issues are urgent, needed, like literally to be supported. So when I decided, okay, for my birthday, I'm not just going to celebrate birthday, let's go out to eat. I'm going to raise money. So because mentorship has been in my head for quite some time this year, after watching them on TBN, I decided to pick up my cross by putting it across, literally go to GoFundMe. It was not GoFundMe, just giving, signed up. This is charity I'm doing. I didn't even spell their name right, but I just posted it, informed people that were my contacts, and just watched things happen. And one of the things I actually wanted to just give £50. I'm not joking, just £50 and keep it call a day. But then I was like, if you give £50 and other people chip in 1 million, that would be a lot. So I gave myself a target of 400. I don't know. Actually, I know the reason why that 400 came about is because for each amount of money that you raise, they tell you what the amount is going to do for the people that they are supporting. So I put that 400 as my goal, and voila, we raised 400. I raised 200 and I matched it with my own money. So I didn't just give that £50 I wanted to give. So I raised 200 about 200 from people, and then matched the money that they gave with mine. So that another 200 or so, and then it made it 400. That was my match giving charity. So that was one of the key things. And I write this, one of the reasons why I say this, because when I reflect on the achievements that I have done this year, or things I have achieved this year, it made me reflect on what I was going through when I achieved that. And that's one of the reasons why I call it an achievement, because what I went through achieving some of these things is not a joke. The mental issues I was going through this year and still achieving things, doing things, wearing a joke. Fear factors, there were other things. What other things have I even done? I also completed a WhatsApp rosary devotion, a prayer devotion as well. Passed some things, started doing new things, even sold my own cotton. So, hello, it's just, I don't know, it's just endless. And even in writing my achievement areas, I also write areas of improvement. Please don't forget those ones. Okay, I say speak your strength, but also know the areas of improvement. And then I wrote out those areas of improvement to help myself in knowing what I can improve upon and how to do so. I hope that is helpful. Okay, I've got to pass this 30 minutes I wanted to do, but I actually wanted to speak about this because I feel like it could help someone else. And if you think you would help other people, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And please, yeah, like this video if you liked it. I'll say thank you for the two of you that have joined me so far, and anyone else that joined and came and left. One of the key advice I'll give you also is to take opportunities and execute them. Don't wait for opportunities, my dear. If you have to push through to get opportunities, take them. Okay. And then lastly, as even talking about the area of improvement, sometimes it's not about starting things new. It's about updating and reviewing the one that you're doing. Okay. Coming 2021, we will be seeing many videos. You probably see also from me talking about these are the goals that you make. These are the goals that you make, like financial goals. Yeah, make a financial plan for your life. I'll do a video about that actually. Taking opportunities. Okay. But my advice is to look at the ones that you're actually doing and find how you can update yourself. Because one of the key things that makes things effective is not about starting new, is actually how you regulate what you have started, update your knowledge, update yourself mentally, practically, spiritually. So it's about those updating. Updating is what keeps things effective, keeps things regulated. Because if you always have to start off all over again, then we have no future in life. Okay. So that's this video done. Thanks for watching. And the next video I will do, I didn't plan to do this. If you want to support this another live stream, then that would be great. But another video I will do after this would be on relationships and friendships. It will not be too long like this one. It will probably be like 5 quick advice and let's call it a day. And this advice are things I have thought about. So we will do that one. If you want to join me in the next live stream, which I will create soon, then please do join. But on that note, thank you so much for watching and do take care. Signing off, Talkinsen.